Train 262 Heavy, wind calm, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, previous departure Heavy 777.
Welcome aboard and welcome to Gibraltar. We are aboard our de Havilland Comet. It's actually the Comet 4B, to be exact. On to that side here. It has Air France livery for reasons of, I don't know. No idea actually. Let's go there. There we go. So the de Havilland Comet is the first production jetliner. She was predecessor to the 707. Everyone thinks 707. No, 707 was the most popular of the early jetliners and led down the road to 737 and the like. But the first production aircraft came out of de Havilland, UK, de Havilland Comet. It actually started earlier than you think. It started 11 March 1943 when the United Kingdom's Council formed the Brabazon Committee to determine airline needs after World War II, which is interesting to me. 1943, the war is still going on, but they're already deciding what they're going to do after the war is over. Sir Geoffrey de Havilland used his personal influence to get the spec written to require a turbojet. Now, because turbojets were a brand new aircraft, we're going to go inside the cockpit here. Because turbojets were brand new, rigorous testing was done on them. Now, today, in hindsight, we kind of chuckle at that because we know what happened to the de Havilland Comet. But there was actually rigorous testing that happened here. The forward fuselage, which would have been this area up here in the front section, was pressurized to 19 kilopascals, which was 2.75 pounds per square inch above the expected 16,000 cycles worth. So they brought it up and down 16,000 times. The windows, let's get back to that outside view again, were pressurized to 83 kilopascals, well above their design limit. Additionally, the metal skin on this aircraft was a new alloy, and it was both riveted and bonded. And it was punch riveted and bonded. It's going to be important in a moment here. The first two accidents of this aircraft actually came about because there was, let's try to quiet that plane a little bit. Quiet down plane. Alright. Was because at high angles of attack, the wing structure lost lift. Additionally, there was a lack of pressure recovery on these inlets because of the high angle of attack. Now, there was a breakup of a de Havilland. Now, BOAC, the British Overseas Airway Corporation, predecessor to today's British Airways, flew a lot of these. They were designed specifically to get to the various British possessions, so South Africa up into Europe, India to Europe, etc. One comet broke up over India. In fact, witnesses on the ground described a wingless comet plummeting to the ground. Not a very good thing. It was flying through high turbulence, though, so people thought that maybe it went through an extremely high turbulent factor and its wings came off, which, to be fair, could happen in a prop plane as well when the turbulence was high enough. Then there were breakups over the Mediterranean. This led to grounding of the Comet. We're actually going to take off here before we continue this discussion. Wait, let's go back to the outside view. I want some flaps. Flaps. I'm going to probably need a lot of flap because I'm here in Gibraltar and there's not a lot of runway. Well, there's actually a lot of flap. Wow, look at all that flap. Good grief. I don't need that much flap. Really, the interior looks pretty nice. Now, it was a four-man crew. Yeah, it was a four-man crew. Yep. Duh. So you had your radio operator, your engineer, your co-pilot, and your pilot. Very busy little cockpit here. Alright, I'm standing on the brakes. I'm going to spool up Our 4 Rolls-Royce Avon Mark 524s with 10,500 pounds of thrust each. Wait for that RPMs to come all the way up and stabilize. And go. Here we go. We should be able to make it, right? I blew in, well, I hope so. Alright, we're crossing 90 knots. I do not know the rotation speed of this aircraft. We're crossing 120 knots. We're running out of runway really fast here. Come on, baby. To the air. To the skies! Oh, crackers. Oh, baby. Yeah. There we go. There was takeoff. Oh, look at that smoke trail. Oh, that looks really nice. All that smoke. Oh, no, 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 no. You need to go up in the air. Oh, goodness. And bring those flaps in again. Here we go. Looks like we're coming up on 200 knots. I'm going to go ahead and pull those flaps all the way in. She doesn't climb fast. Yeah, I have to remind myself, these are older aircraft. I mean, sure, we have 42,000 pounds of thrust, but not exactly a new airframe. So we should be fully clean. Yes, we are. There we go. Alright. We're going to throttle back a little bit. There. Okay, good. So, aircraft broke up over the Mediterranean, much like we are over the Mediterranean right now. And de Havilland and the British Investigating Committee went and looked at the comet again. And they found a few things. One, they got a donation from de Havilland of a complete comet. They built a water tank big enough to sink the entire plane in. And then they performed the pressurization tests. And she ruptured at about 1,000 pressurization cycles, or would amount equal to 1,000 hours of flight, which made sense because the two comets that went down had 900 and 1,400 hours, so it actually fit. Now, why was the comet falling apart in the skies? Well, the first problem was they found when they put this thing in the water that she had higher than expected stresses around the windows. Now, on this plane here, because this is a 4B, 4B came about after the investigation. Notice the windows are round. If you go and look and find pictures of the early comets, they had square windows. Why are the windows oval today in Airbus and Boeing aircraft? Every other aircraft, oval because you don't have corners, and corners are a high stress point, and they were finding extremely high stress at the corners. That was one problem that the comet had. The second problem was the punch rivets. Now, around the windows it was supposed to be punch and bond, but they, for some reason, and I haven't found the reason, they just used punch rivets. The problem with punch rivets is they don't have a clean hole, so you can get perfect places for micro cracks to start. And then you start your pressurization cycles, and your micro crack is going to grow and become a real crack. And it can become very fast. It'll be very slow for a long time, and all of a sudden it just goes crazy. And so those punch rivets were part of the cause. If you look at Boeing aircraft when they're being assembled, Airbus aircraft too, the holes are already drilled in the... I'm trying to go right back into Gibraltar. The holes are already drilled in the the various panels, because the drill has a nice clean hole that the rivet can go into. Alright, let's try to get sort of down-ish, maybe. Slower down. Oh, there's the airport over there. I'm going to fly right into the rock for reasons of... Alright, so let's see what we got here. Shift 1. Ah, there we go. A panel. Alright. 2. Here's our GPS. 3. Holy moly! There's an engineering panel for you. 4. Oh, wow. Close that. 5. Okay. 6. Not even sure what that is. 7. Oh, checklist. How about that? Oh, we're descending too fast. It's gonna flap out. Wow, she does not... She's going down. I have... Look at my elevators. I'm pulled all the way back, and she's just not... Here we go. Wow. Oh, jeez. Smoky bird. Yeah, let's drop some gear. Here they come. Do we really think this is going to happen?
Don't sink.
I'm trying not to sink.
Don't sink.
We're going to sink. We're going to be a boat here in a moment. Oh, mother. Ooh. She does not like going up. Let's say that. It's not going to be a pretty landing in any manner of the word. I don't like any of my landings that are pretty, mind you, but alright. Do we think we can make this? I think we're going to end up in the water on the other side, mind you, but... It might be that we're just too heavy, and that's why we keep sinking. Here we come. Okay. Now we're on kind of on slope, but...
Don't sink.
I'm not trying to
Don't
sink. Shush.
Don't sink.
Quiet.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
What? I am
Don't
sinking.
sink.
But I need to sink.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Oh, this isn't going to be good. I need to kiss right at the end of that runway, and it's not going to happen at this
Sink rate.
speed.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Come on. Okay, we're back. We knew that was going to be a disaster. It just... She did not want to go up. Whoa, hello. There's plenty of actuation on that elevator, but she just did not want to climb. Which is probably a bit heavy for what I'm trying to do, but... Here we go. Quiet those big engines. And open up a door. There it is right there. Alright. So, oh look, air stairs. Woohoo! I like that. That's a quick little bit of animation. So there we go. We have the Havilland Comet. This is the 4B model. I will say, and it might be my settings, but this plane apparently is heavy on the Flight Simulator X system because it chugs. And not my computer. I looked down at my computer and there's like no hard drive. I mean, it just like burps of hard drive speed or hard drive seek. So it's the engine of Flight Simulator rendering this plane. So just be aware of that. It might be because I've got this thing cranked as high as I can, but just be aware. There's a link down below to this plane. It's a neat plane, a neat bit of airline history. I can't fly it obviously because it doesn't want to go up. It wants to go down. Till next time, I'm going to go hang out on the beach here in Gibraltar. Bye.